you'd mentioned earlier, you touched on briefly about AI, and I think I've got an idea of what your thoughts are on that, but it's just to get it and your own input as to where you see the future of comic writing when it comes to AI and AI tools, because you could churn in 30 years of a comic and come up with stories that satisfy the mass market, but not necessarily. I don't know, it's just to get your take on where you think all that's going to go.
I think it's just slop, man. It's crap. It's like, it's predictive text. You know, I mean, I could like Burroughs technique my way into a story by like picking the next word on my phone. That's essentially all it is. It's like, there are more interesting ways to randomly generate your stories. You could cut up a dictionary and hurl it around the room and see where the words fall. Do that. You know, you'll get something that's much more interesting than anything a computer can give you. I have no patience with like AI or any of that noise. Don't know how you guys feel.
Well, I've never heard anyone say anything positive about it. So, I mean, for me, like that kind of the death of pure creativity is the death of mankind.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it for me. I don't think that it can do any good to produce comics or books or any kind of artwork by algorithm. It's just bollocks. And if if people are willing to consume that, then I don't know, maybe there should be a separate planet they can go and live on. Why? Why would you want to? It's who could be that dull that they could like really love that kind of stuff? I just don't understand. But it exists, and here we go.
The minimum I ask from a story is that somebody wanted to make it.
Yeah, for sure. How can it's just soulless, basically, isn't it? It's just empty.
Exactly.
Yeah. I ran over.
Nothing but the highest degree of contempt for AI and all who sail in it.
How do you feel?
Well,
You love it, don't you?
I'm not a writer, of course. I'm happy to see that a lot of the readers, they sort of reject it, as in the art form. If it gets spotted in a book, there's usually outrage, and I'm happy to see that, basically. But there's also like there's the law behind things, like the copyright stuff, and people are. I can opt out of being like having my work selected by AI because I live in the Netherlands and I'm legally I can do that, but I know a lot of people cannot. And but I hate the fact that I had to cancel my Photoshop, which I've been using for 25 years because they're stealing my stuff. I don't want them to steal my stuff. I don't want. You know what I'm gonna do in 10 years? I'm just gonna type in a thing and then add my own name and then have it produce my own work for me. That's a good idea. No, I fucking hate AI. Sorry. No, please stop that nonsense. I think art does not need to be automated.
No. It's soulless.
It is. Yeah, and I don't understand.
I think you've irritated my guests.
I think that at some point it'll become so sophisticated that you won't be able to spot it as AI generated, and that's the moment where it hits the fan, basically.
I have some small amount of faith that like there's no amount of information it can take in where that's possible, because it's already trying to eat the entire internet and it still can't do hands. And now it's eating its own stuff and the hands are getting worse.
They can do hands now.
Oh, they can do hands?
Yeah, they can do hands now.
Damn it, they've got the hands.
I was sitting next to somebody last week and he showed me the work that his friend did, because I usually, when people ask me what I do, I say I make comic books. Oh, my friend draws or I draw. That's usually what happens. And I was looking at it. I was like, he didn't draw that. And people are calling themselves artists now. You know? I'm like, do you know the story about Picasso when he's sitting at the bar and he has a napkin and somebody asks him to do a little artwork and he says, that's $1,000, please. And the person says, I'm not going to pay that. Why is it? It's a napkin, I'm not going to pay that. He says, no, it's 30 years of practice and experience. That's